Katie, one of the residents, has asked, the streets in Sutton are currently not cleaned or maintained and vermin is a problem. How will this increase tackle that problem in a visible and sustained way? The current bin provider drops rubbish and leaves it, making the situation worse.
So I'm going to unpick that a little bit because there's a lot in there and there's a lot I agree with. If there is a specific issue with vermin, that is a health and safety issue. So please get in touch with us and we'll think about how we can help you sort it out, because that is absolutely unacceptable. We know that living in a city like London, there are mice and rats about, but if that is impacting on your life and your home, we need to do something about it, and we can give you lots of advice. I know, because I can see walking around, the streets are not as clean and tidy as they were 20 years ago. I absolutely recognise that. It's because we don't have the amount of money that we had 20 years ago in order to clean them as often as we used to. So we're doing our best with the limited resources that we have. We are relying a lot on volunteers. I'm not expecting anyone to do anything they don't feel comfortable with, but luckily for us, we do have a lot of people who do litter picking, both in the streets and in the parks. And if someone is willing to do litter picking, the council can help by giving you the gloves, the sacks and the litter picks, and also come and pick up the bags when they're full. But you pay your council tax. People have a right to live in a place where the streets are clean and tidy, and I wish we could do more. We are finding ways of spending money, so we have put a lot more into the leafing programme the autumn just gone, and as a result we've got far fewer complaints. But the problem is money. The problem is having enough resources, and while we're spending so much on social services, the budgets that we need to keep our streets clean and tidy just gets squeezed more and more. And I understand it's frustrating. People say to me, but for me, what's important is that you keep my street clean and tidy. I don't have children. I don't have an elderly relative. I recognise that. But we have a duty of care to our vulnerable residents. So we're trying to get the balance right. We're going to relet the contract, because the last bit of the comment, and I absolutely agree with you, it is unacceptable that the people who are picking up our rubbish are letting some of the litter blow into the road and they're not picking it up. Contractually they're obliged to, but with the new contract that we are in the process of negotiating, we're going to make it very clear that they will be fined if they don't do that, because it's bad enough that people drop their own litter. We can't have the rubbish collectors letting litter fall in the street as well. So we're doing what we can. If people are willing to come and give us a hand, we have a lot of people collecting litter in the parks. I've never quite understood why you have a picnic in the park, you take all your stuff there, you have a nice picnic and you leave all the rubbish there. It's a minority of people, but it's a minority of people that are actually having a really negative impact in the summertime on our parks. So just a thought, if you manage to get all your food and drink there, maybe you could take the empty cartons home again.